Hello, today we're going to walk through some of the basics of using the advanced catalog search option at the Jefferson County Library. So before we begin, I want to show you just what happens if you only go straight to this search bar and you immediately start searching so that we can see some of the advantages of the advanced catalog search. So let's say that you want to read the Lord of the Rings. So you go in here, you type in Lord of the Rings, you run a search. It will open up a new tab, which will redirect you into the Evergreen system. And okay, so right away, we can see that we have 128 items. We can see the search fields that it defaults to. We can see that it defaults to Jefferson County. So that means that you're getting items spit back to you that are from either the Arnold, Windsor, or Northwest branches. And we can see when we scroll through that we're getting a variety of types. So here we have an ebook, another ebook, audiobook, some music, the movies. And all the way down here at the 10th spot, we can see that we now have come to the book itself, which is what we originally wanted. We wanted a print copy of The Lord of the Rings. So that's a perfectly okay way to go about searching. But if you wanted to use the advanced system, I can show you how you can get those results more immediately so that the searches that you do are tailored more toward your specific interest so that you don't waste as much time sort of scrolling through a bunch of stuff. So when you click the advanced search button, you're taken to this page. You see you've got 3 search fields here that default to title, author, and keyword. And obviously you can change those and you can start to get more specific with these sorts of buttons. We have various types of search filters. And then down here, we can see where we can set the search library. So again, it's going to default to Jefferson County, and it's going to default to sort by relevance. You also have these buttons here to limit to what's actually available, excluding electronic resources, and grouping the formats and the editions. So we're still looking for the Lord of the Rings, but now, before I just hit search, I'm going to limit it to books. So this means that I'm not going to be getting audiobooks, I'm not going to be getting CDs, I'm not going to be getting DVDs, I'm only going to be getting books. Another way to further filter the search is, and this is not necessarily necessary, but it will, again, just give you more specifically what you're looking for. If you go down to literary form, you can tell it that we're wanting fiction. That way it won't give you sort of nonfiction books about the Lord of the Rings, which we do have several in the catalog. So again, all I've done is I've selected books, I've selected fiction. We're still doing Jefferson County. Another button that I like to use is this exclude electronic resources, simply because generally when I search the catalog like this, I'm not really looking for e-resources. If I were, I would go to Overdrive or Libby or Hoopla or something like that. So for this search, we're going to go ahead and exclude electronic resources. We'll hit search. And we will see what we get. All right, so right away you can see that now we're down to 11 items, as opposed to the 128. And we can see that the very first hit here is the book copy of The Lord of the Rings. It's print, it's at the Windsor branch. And we can see that now we are more quickly and more specifically getting what we were looking for, as opposed to the general search where we received that hit as the 10th item. And you can scroll down and see that all of these items are going to be physical copies of the books that are available in the Jefferson County system. They're also labeled under the fiction category. So we're not going to be getting any nonfiction books. So you can see that any of these would be what you were looking for. If you wanted to be more specific, obviously you could search for the specific titles. You see here, we're also getting a large print book because that also falls within the search parameters that we have. But the point here is that using the advanced search system gives you access to tools that can more specifically give you what you want. And they can also, depending on how you play with the buttons and sort of limit it or more generalize it, they can show you some things that perhaps you didn't know that we had. So we highly recommend using the advanced search system. We recommend going in there and sort of playing around and seeing how you can better search the library catalog.